Hi, I'm at the Jain Center right now with
Reena Shah,
Reena Shah.
Jai
And
everyone.
Today we're just doing a quick interview style format on Jainism in Leicester.
Yeah.
And I've got a few questions to explain Jainism in Leicester and its impact. So before we start, could you briefly explain Jainism as a religion and its core principles?
Jainism, we believe in ahimsa paramo dharma, which is non-violence. That's our main principle. And Lord Mahavira is our 24th Tirthankara. And 24th Tirthankara gave us this knowledge, what is the Jainism and what believes in Jainism as well.
Yeah.
And this Lord Mahavira gave us this knowledge about 2,500 years ago, and from there we have got this knowledge regarding the Jainism, and we follow the Jain principles.
Yeah, okay. So you talked about the concept of ahimsa and about non-violence. So how do Jains today put that into their lives and their regular lives? How do they practice ahimsa?
Okay. First of all the Jains are vegetarian because we believe in non-violence. We don't like to kill anyone. That's why we are strictly vegetarian. And in vegetarianism, we only eat vegetables, and we don't eat root vegetables as well, because their root vegetables has got so many bacteria and is multiples. The bacteria is multiples. So the multiplication in that, like onions, potato, if you put it under the microscope, within a second, the bacteria is multiple in thousands and unbelievable. So that's why we don't eat that kind of vegetables as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a very strict diet then.
Very strict diet. No onions, no garlic, no carrot, no potato.
Oh, okay. Right. So like Jainism, Hinduism and Buddhism, they all emerged out of India. And so like how does Jainism differentiate from Buddhist concepts and Hindu's concepts and stuff?
Jainism is different from the Buddhist and Hinduism, because in Hinduism is called Mithyatvi Dharma, and when they fasting, they eat all these roots vegetable, and we don't eat roots vegetables at all, because of the second mood, and we don't want to kill more, because the bacteria multiplies in those kind of roots vegetable. That's why we don't eat. This is the difference between Hinduism and Jainism. And we do the Jaina because if you walk and if you don't know, you are killing so many insects, right? So for that we do the Jaina as well. We do the pray for them, and we do the Kshama, which is we ask them to forgive us if we harm you.
Oh, okay. So moving on from that non-violence concept, how does the idea of death in Jainism happen, and the ideas of reincarnation? What do you believe about death and the afterlife?
In Jainism, we believe the Atma is always there. Atma, soul never die.
Okay. Yeah.
The body dies, but soul never dies, right? So if you want to do something for your soul, you can do it in this human body, and then you can achieve your supreme. Your soul can be a super soul. And supreme soul as well, but that is by dharma, doing dharma and doing the prayer and doing the meditation. In Jainism, you can achieve that in Jainism. The cremation, we do believe in fire. Our body can get fire, and then on same day within 3-4 hours, but in UK it's not possible. So we have to follow the rules and regulations of UK government, but this is the principle. So soul never dies, so we believe in soul never dies. If you do something good for your soul, in the next birth that soul can be a good body, and still they can do the pray to the God.
Okay. What is an everyday lifestyle for a Jain in Leicester? Because there is lots of like English culture and things like that. So how do you overcome problems and challenges in Leicester as a Jain yourself?
Okay, in Jainism, we try and accommodate facility for our young Jains, which is they can understand the Jainism in their own language, because in this country people speak English.
Yes.
So we try and explain to them regarding the Jainism in English language. We do run Gujarati classes because it's our mother tongue.
Okay.
And every Sunday we run religious classes as well for youngsters to make them understand what is the Jainism and why you follow the Jainism.
Okay.
Right? And every day we do the prayers in Jain temple in the morning. We do the Aarti, which is 5 divas, and we do the puja, everything.
Yeah.
We bathe to the statues in the
Okay.
morning with the water, with the milk, and then we do the puja with the chandan, which is called saffron,
Yeah.
and sandalwood.
Okay.
Sandalwood and saffron, yeah?
Yeah.
And you seen that
Yeah,
downstairs? So that is the everyday, and everyday evening we do the aarti as well. So, and if you come in the Jain center, this gives you a very peace. Your mind is always in a peace.
Yeah.
Gives you a peace and gives you balance in your mental health as well. It's good for your mental health too. And we try and make our children understand why we are Jain, why we cannot eat meat, why we cannot eat kanmol, why we have to do the puja, why we have to pray the God, because you have to do something for your soul in this birth, human birth, and you want to do the good for your soul. So in the next birth, your soul cannot be in a really bad human body, and
Yeah.
then they hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you think Jain philosophy offers solutions to global problems such as climate change and conflicts in various nations such as like Ukraine and Russia? Like, how does Jain philosophy, how can you implement them into these problems?
Global climate changing, yes, they implement we started the growing the trees in Leicester as
Yeah.
well. We started that project in Leicester, so our children and our one of the adult take the lead on that, and we are started to planting the trees in Leicester to preserve this global warming
Yeah.
environment. But Ukraine and them, we don't involve ourselves too much
Yeah.
because non-violence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Could you just explain like what the significance of certain monks, like the person behind us, and how these like monks and nuns and these people that are so spiritually like above in Jainism, like how do they influence the people, like the normal people of Jainism?
Yeah.
How do these?
Because before they become a monk, before they take the diksha, they go to our gurus, and they take this knowledge of Jainism first. And our guru will do their test as well, 2-3 years. They ask them to stay with them, and if our guru think this person can be a monk, then they take the diksha and they become a monk.
Yeah.
And they always take the knowledge from their guru regarding the Jainism, and then that supreme knowledge they give to the normal community people, Jains,
Yeah.
right? And then we follow that.
Oh, okay. And is there any gods in Jainism, or is it just like spiritual guiders and leaders and protectors? Or
Yes, our 24 Tirthankara is our god, 24 god,
yeah.
and our monks, like gurus like this, they are our teachers,
Yeah.
and we follow whatever they give us and their knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. I think
But the base principle, they give a knowledge, the principle of the Jainism, which is by our Lord Mahavira.
okay. Yeah. I think that's all the questions for today. So thank you very much.
Thank you
for
very
having
much,
me.
and
Yeah.
Jai Jinendra to
Thank
all.
you very
And
much.
this is our religious week this week, which is called Parjushan. And we do believe in Parjushan because we do believe in non-violence in Parjushan. We do 8 days, we do fasting, we do prayer, and most of the people don't speak too much as well. They just take the moan
Yeah.
and don't don't speak too much, don't use too much water, don't eat any green vegetables as well in Pajushan.
Yeah.
Because if you are cutting green vegetables has got so many jeev in them.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't cut any vegetables and don't eat any vegetables in Pajushan. We only eat the lentils and rice and something like that. And some of the people, if you do the fasting, then only water for 8 days, no food, no tea, no coffee. Only boiled water from 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
So this is our religious week. And the last day of religious, which is called Samvatsari, Pajushan week. So last day of Pajushan week is called Samvatsari, and that is the important day in Jainism. That we do the prayer on that day and ask each and everyone in whole year, if I hurt you by say something, by harm something, anyone we harm, or if you have hurt by me, or then I will ask that person, I will ask the whole world to forgive me for that my action. So that's called Kshama Yachana, and we call Michhami Dukadam. Michhami Dukadam means please forgive me whatever I hurt you in this whole year. So Jai Jinendra.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Showing the Jain culture. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. School, and I'm joined with.
Hi, my name's Rani, and I'm from Leicester High School for Girls.
Yeah, and we're at the Jain Centre right now, and we're learning Jainism. And I just want to ask, like, how is the Jain community in Leicester, and how has that evolved over time? How's that grown, and how have you seen it personally evolve as a community?
I've seen a lot more youth coming in as a community, but I've also seen a lot of people grow older, as in generations. So I've seen different people grow up, different people come, so it's a really nice community that keeps changing because other people are coming, people are going. So
how do you think there's more of the older generation than the younger generation?
Right now, yes, there is, but hopefully in the future there'll be more younger generation coming in. It's because there's a lot to do about the jobs and things, and if you're not in Leicester, then if you can't make it, then you can't make it. So I think there's a lot of that as well.
So how do you think we could bring in more younger generations to Jainism? How could we do that?
I think organising more knowing about Jainism as a religion, as a whole thing. So getting people to come help out there, so talk to some older people because they're very knowledgeable. We have our Guru Hitesh Bhai, who's also lovely to talk to. So there's lots of people here that you would like to talk to. And I think definitely they will come if we send some things up. So for example, this is our celebration of pollution, these 8 days. And right now I've organised the youth volunteers for this one. So downstairs you will see us all serving and helping out. So stuff like that, that brings them in so they can get more into the community.
Personally, I study religious studies at A level, and there's on the spec there's Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, but there's no Jainism. So how do you think we could incorporate Jainism into the spec, and how do you think we could spread it further as a religion?
I think you may need more knowledgeable people about Jainism, because obviously it's a big religion in India, but not here. There's quite a few, because quite less people in India. So I think that once in a while, instead of focusing only on Christian, Buddhism and that kind of thing, Islam and everything, we do 1 or 2 weeks of lessons on Jainism. Maybe having a visit to come to the Jain Centre, talking to other youth from other schools, like me or my friends that also go to other schools but are Jain, and just learning more about it. And maybe they can develop a book and develop it into a curriculum.
Do you think, you go to Leicester High, right? And there's lots of cultures and lots of religions and things like that. So how do you think Jainism should fit in Leicester with other societies, other religious groups? How should they interact with them?
They should all respect each other. Definitely respect each other, but they all should be really willing to learn about other religions. Because I'm in GCSE years, but when I was in Year 9, I learned a lot about other religions, and I think sometimes maybe Jainism is very rare to learn about. So I think we need more of that. But at my school, especially, everyone's very everyone learns about everyone's religions by talking to each other anyway.
Yeah.
So you all end up celebrating together.
Okay, yeah.
So
Oh, that's good.
it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I think that's it. So thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
taking this short interview about Jainism, and yeah.
No, thank you
Thank you
for
very much.
inviting me.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here joined now with the Vice President of the Jain Religious in the centre of Leicester. And yeah, so how do you think Jainism has been treated in Leicester? How do you think it's been incorporated? And
Good question. So overall, we liaise with lots of other communities and centres. I know Reena Ben that you spoke to earlier. She participates in the Leicester Council of Faith as well. So we talk to various organisations at various levels, and we have a very good relationship. In the past, we celebrated other faiths. So I used to run the youth group in Leicester before, and we used to have Christmas parties and things as well in here. So overall, I think Leicester overall I think is a very good place for as a multicultural society. And from that perspective, I don't think there's been any issues.
Yeah. Could you explain any of the events in Jainism and how have you celebrated them with everyone in Leicester or everyone in the Greater United Kingdom that's Jain? So how have you done that?
Yeah, I mean there's lots of different events that happen throughout the years. We have events where we will celebrate the birth of our gods.
Yeah.
We all celebrate Diwali, even though Diwali is celebrated in Hinduism, in Sikhism, and in Jainism for different reasons, but they are all celebrated around at the same time. Right now, we have our 8 days of what we call Paryushan, which is the most important time in the Jain calendar. We don't really say it's a festival, but it's the time where you basically ask for forgiveness for all the sins or anything that you would have done over the year. And so it's a really spiritually uplifting time for Jains. So right now today is basically the second day of Paryushan. And that's why there's so many more people around here. And then during the evenings we would have prayers. So it depends upon the type of event. Sometimes we're celebrating our god, attaining moksha, because in Jainism we believe in moksha. There are different kinds of events that we have, and then we also have social events. So during Diwali time, we will have social cultural programs. The youth sometimes will just have some games night or games evening.
Living in England and in Leicester, how have you incorporated Jainism into your daily lifestyle? How would you go along your day with Jainism, with your heart and things like that?
Yeah, so I mean with Jainism, the main principle is ahimsa, which means non-violence, and it can be applied in so many different levels. At the basic level is making sure you be a good human being, you don't hurt somebody's feelings, you don't physically harm someone. But it goes down to lower levels, like the kind of food we eat. A strict Jain would be vegetarian, but there are some people, Jains who follow Jainism properly, they will not eat potatoes, for example. So there's different ways in which you can follow that and make sure you incorporate that in your daily life. When you speak to somebody, you try and make sure that you speak that with respect, and try and follow the principle of ahimsa in everything that you do.
There are some problems of Leicester, such as homelessness, for example, and things like that. So how would Jainism approach these problems, and how would they show compassion to these people that are not as fortunate as us?
Yeah, so again, the whole principle of ahimsa goes much deeper. So in one of the things that we have is, as Jains, we are supposed to follow certain things. So one of them is non-possessiveness. As Jains, we are not here to just if you earn some amount of money, it's not like, oh, you need to earn more money. So we at a young age, I was taught, okay, how much money do you want to earn? And you can say, pick a number. It could be 1 million, 10 million, because after you reach that number, you don't want to earn any more, then you donate. So those kind of things are brought up in our teachings from an early age, because it's about caring for the environment and caring for everybody else, right? So the ahimsa kind of when you go deep into it, it goes much further than just the term violence. It's about well-being of the other living things as well.
As Vice President of the Jain community, what are your responsibilities day to day, and what do you do in this community?
So we have to make sure that this center is running. We have basically Jain principles to follow, but we also have we live in a society where there are rules, making sure. So we make sure that we are compliant with the law, making sure, for example, health and safety, making sure nothing's happening. So those are kind of the things we have to do. But also, we have rituals that we have to follow, make sure that we have the idols downstairs. There are certain things that has to happen in terms of what we call puja, so there are certain rituals that we have to follow, and then making sure that we facilitate and make sure that people who come here to worship, it's a positive environment.
So finally, I'm not Jain, I'm Catholic, and there's going to be people that are not Jain that are very interested in Jainism. So how would you say they approach Jainism, and how would you want them to look into Jainism in Leicester?
Yeah, so for us, Jainism is not just a religion, but more a way of life.
Okay.
And we don't have a concept of converting to Jainism, or so for us, it's like you can follow Jain principles and also believe in whatever faith you want.
Yeah.
So the concept of you should not kill somebody or something. You should look after the environment. All of those, they can be adopted by anyone. That does not mean you have to kind of say I'm a Jain. So I think that's the best way to understand the concept of non-violence.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the essence of Jainism is. And if you understand that, the more deeper you go, the more you'll appreciate what the religion tries to teach.
Thank you very much for having me in this center. It's been very, very an enlightening experience, especially the tour and talking to everyone that's been here. So thank you very much
No
for having
problem.
me.
And